thank you for joining us on PODFAST.
Thanks for having me. I'm very excited.
Yeah, so please, to those who don't know you, please introduce yourself and why you are here.
So I'm Tara Atfield-Tomes. I run a PR agency called East Village. We work with female serving brands, and I also run the 51% Club, which is a peer community for female founders. And the latter might be why I'm here at 1 Mill Street, but I'll tell you all later.
We've got some pending things happening, and it's
very excited.
Top secret, but we've had a wonderful catch up and a meeting with Kat as well. So to say that we're very excited is an understatement.
Hell yes.
We're going to turn Mill Street pink.
The pink uplighters, the disco balls, let's go. I'm in.
So, sticking on to the 51% Club.
Yeah.
So, what inspired you to start your journey in this field?
So, I've run my PR agency for 12-ish years. Been in PR for kind of 17 years. Always worked with female founded brands, female led businesses, and I just saw a huge gap for women wanting to scale. And I think sometimes that scaling means a certain thing. Like, people think high growth tech businesses and tech bros and investment, and sometimes it's a bit of that, but actually, you might just have a business that you started in your kitchen that you sell things on your website and you want to get into a retail space, or you might be a lone ranger and want a team of 5 or 10 people. Like, I really wanted to set something up that was all about helping women to scale, whatever that meant for them, but having the genuine connections around them, the power of the sisterhood to cheer them on, and the right resources, and the resources being people, money, contacts. We just don't have enough of that in the female space. So that's exactly what the 51% Club's all about.
I love it. So in a nutshell, which is probably hard to do, what would be your one main piece of advice to any kind of female founder?
Find your tribe. 100% find the people that make you feel good. So, I've done lots in the mentoring space over the years, and I always talk about actually don't have one mentor, create your own unofficial non-exec board. So have someone you go to when you need cheerleading, have someone you go to when you need tough love, have all the people around you that make you feel great. As women, we often hear things like imposter syndrome or lack of confidence, and actually I don't think we can workshop those things out. I think what we can do is use the power of women and how we make each other feel to make each other feel better in the times that we need it. So you can't, even if you're on this journey alone, I run my businesses solo, I've got a team, but I am the sole founder, and you have to have people around you that make you feel good, and equally people that challenge you. So find your tribe will always be my biggest piece of advice.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That's a really good idea. So obviously the busyness of everything. So how do you kind of maintain a work-life balance, or even do you have a work-life balance?
So I'm sorry to break it to people, you don't. Right, okay, the caveat. It depends what kind of business you run. It depends what kind of business you want to run. So this whole notion of like a 4-hour work week is absolute BS in the world I want to be in and that I'm in. And running a business where you've got a team, you're doing consultancy for people, you've got advisory stuff, you're running the 51% Club on the side, work-life balance doesn't happen. And actually I worked with someone years ago who talked about a work-life blend, and for me that's what it is. You've got to blend those things. And I think over the years I've learned actually when my brain comes alive is at night. Once this makeup comes off, pajamas are on, 9 o'clock till midnight my brain is on. And actually I need to lean into that more, and then use my days in a better way and not force myself through the afternoon slump. That is where I should go and have a coffee, have a walk, go to the gym. She says all these wonderful things. So actually that's part of what we do, the 51% Club. We weave a lot of health and wellness into our events. So, we did a strategy day that started with yoga and meditation, ended with a sound bath. We try and weave those things in because it's hard, and it's often much harder for women as well, with all of the other responsibilities. So work-life balance, it doesn't happen, but you can try and make it happen. So you can try and schedule your days around how you work best. But it takes time. I'm saying that as someone that's run an agency for 12 years, and now I've got an agency director. So East Village is there ticking along quite nicely. I'm still involved, but maybe that affords me a little bit more time now where I don't have to be on Slack at 8:30 ready to go, and actually maybe I can go to a gym and go for brunch, a working brunch. But yeah, so work-life balance for me is not a thing, and I love my work, so I don't want to separate the two. I think you have to blend them in the way that works for you.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. I think it nicely kind of goes on to what you've just said, but maybe you might not have an answer for either of them now. But would you say a beach holiday or a city holiday?
City break every day for me. I'm not like, I like a beach, but like New York is my favourite city in the world, right?
Nice.
Absolute best place in the world. I went to LA and I was like, what is this hellhole? Like, absolutely not for me. I was like, don't get it. It's a lot of sand. Not for me. I will always take the buzz of a city any day. I was born in London, so maybe that's what it is.
Oh, so you're London by heart.
Yeah, that must be what it is. I want somewhere you can go and get ice cream at like 3 a.m. Maybe that's what I need.
Yeah, I'm not mad about that idea.
Yeah,
So what would you say is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you in public?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I once called the teacher Dad. That's pretty embarrassing, right? And
yeah.
that's the worst. Mr. Owen got called Dad at the moment. I would say the most embarrassing thing is so my very first job was at Stella McCartney in the press office, and we did an amazing event with Peter, the anti-fur company. Pamela Anderson was there. She got naked in the window. It was amazing. And I basically like nearly stacked it downstairs in front of Steve Jones, who used to be on T4, extremely good looking man. And yeah, it was probably my most embarrassing moment. But it's not too bad, it's fine.
At least it didn't involve a naked Pamela Anderson. That's where I thought that was going.
No, fine. I do have stories about naked Pamela Anderson, but it's not for now. We're doing
It's a PG podcast.
It's a PG podcast.
Or not. So, what is your biggest fear?
Oh, God, it's got to be death, right? It's a bit deep. It's a fun question.
Just to the point.
To the point, it's got to be death, because, like, what happens after?
You haven't got time.
Don't tell me it's all for nothing. Although maybe I will get an epic sleep. Death.
That could be your rest.
Yeah, that's my rest. Death, because like I just don't want it to be over. Like, this life is fun. It's really hard, but it's fun.
Yeah.
And I just like the people I hang out with. So like, if we're all hanging out in hell, I'm good. Like, I don't mind. I'm cool with that. We'll have a great time drinking tequila in hell. I'm good.
Oh, I love that. I'll see you there.
Yeah.
What makes you laugh that really shouldn't? This is one of my favourite
I'm
ones.
quite, as a PR person, obviously, like, I'm very good publicly at what I should and shouldn't say. I'm extremely non-PC. And yeah, just poor humour and poor jokes. Things that would definitely get me cancelled make me laugh, 100%. I will never not enjoy people falling over. Like, that is just so funny. Like, that's absolutely hilarious. And I spend most of my marriage pretty much just sending my husband memes on Instagram. That's basically how we communicate with each other. And there's great stuff on there.
Yeah. Oh, so, that's really
terrible
good.
humour that's definitely cancelable is my giggle fest.
Yeah, it's when you've been told you can't.
Yeah.
So it's like, I will.
It's funny, of course I will. Yeah. Anything.
I'm going to push those
Yeah,
boundaries.
exactly.
Oh, well, thank you so much for being a part of it. I'm kind of sad it's over.
I know.
But
we can
I really
do a
appreciate
long
it.
pod slow.
Pod
slow next time.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. And you will not see the last of her pending. Stay tuned.
I'll be back.
Watch this space.